Hey everyone, a very good evening. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Rohan Kulkarni, who is being part of various open source communities and other communities and being a part of active member in different international communities as well. And apart from that, he's in part of Postman as a Postman student leader, and also he is in part of LGM as a mentor, and he is throughout active members at various communities and helping lots of people through its uh, orientation program and lots of program by GDSC, which is part of web development lead as well. So let's begin the journey with Rohan. And again, I welcome Rohan in our platform and YouTube channel as well. So let's begin this YouTube journey with Rohan.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you for the warm welcome. And so, yeah, today we will be creating to-do list application with the help of React.js. And firstly, we will just create the outline of the application, and then we will start the coding part. So, yeah, I will stop my camera so the broadcast quality will be more clear. Okay, great. So yeah, as you can see, my screen is visible. So we will be drawing our structure of the application on the Figma file. Yeah. So basically, this will be our web page in which we will create our React application. In between, we will be having our to-do list container. And yeah, in the container, we need one form. Okay, we are not drawing the shapes. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, this is our container. Let's fill it white. Okay, great. And in that container, we need this section as a form input. In this section, we will add the React forms in from where we can get the details about the tasks which user is going to provide us. And this will be the task container in which we will just use the array.map function and we will map each and every task from the array. Yeah, so finally this will be our structure of the app. Like all tasks will be listed here like this. Okay, great. So this will be the basic idea. Means not exactly the similar of this kind, but moreover it will look like this only. So here our headers will come like the introduction to the app, etc. And we can also add a footer here. So yeah, let's start with the app part. What we will do, we will first create a GitHub repository and we will clone that repository and then start to work on it. Okay, we will create a new GitHub repository which will be named as, for example, to-do list. This is repository for project to-do list using React. Okay, I will keep this repository as a public repository. I will initialize a README file and then license, MIT license will be okay. Let's create repository. So yeah, this is our repository. Now we will clone the repository with the help of Git. I will open the project in my local storage. Firstly, I will open the open terminal at that place where I want to clone my project. Then I will give command git clone and then paste the link which I have copied from the GitHub. Yeah, this will clone the repository into my local storage. Now I will open the repository in my VS Code by writing code and then repository name. So this will open VS Code. Yeah. So this is VS Code opening the folder of our repository which we have cloned. Now what we have to do, we have to set up our React project in this. So for creating a React project, we need to write the command npx create React app. And as we need to set up the project in this repository itself, so we can just put dot and click enter. So this will set up all the React files into this particular folder. Yeah, so React installation takes time, so we need to wait for it. It will take around 1 to 2 minutes for files getting installed. Till that, you can let me know in the chat section that what projects have you made till now. Like, is this your first time with React or have you worked before? So yeah, as you can see here, npx is installing all the packages of the React.
Rohan, can you please tell something about React? Like what is
Yeah,
React and all?
sure. Yeah, exactly. Actually, React is a JavaScript library which is used for developing front-end applications. React makes the work of a front-end developer more easy. Means actually many things are organized in the React, so it is easy for us front-end developer. In React, basically the major syntaxes of JavaScript and HTML. And for styling part, we can use CSS as we normally use in HTML file. Just the difference is that the importing and the exporting techniques are different here. That's it. Which are more familiar with the node.
Okay, so we can say that for React.js, JavaScript is the essential and prerequisite. Without
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
then only we can
JavaScript
go
is
ahead with the.
prerequisite for React. Exactly.
Yep. Any other thing that prerequisite for React.js?
No, actually not. Means actually, if you know if you know JavaScript well, then React will be easy for you.
Okay, I mean, that means like React.js is the only way, or JavaScript is the only way for React.js to be mastered.
Yeah, yeah. JavaScript is the only way for React.js. And if you know something regarding backend, that will be more helpful. Means you will understand how to import, export package, what exactly is package.json, what exactly is package log.json. That will be helpful to understand. See, as okay, the files are getting installed. Till that, what I will do, I will show exactly how the package.json looks like. So yeah, this is the package.json looks like. So what exactly is this? This is a set of, means it is a list of all the packages which is downloaded by the React.js. Like when we gave command here, okay, our React project is installed successfully. So yeah, as we gave command to install a React app in our folder, so what npx has done, npx has installed all the packages in this node module folder. Okay, there are a lot many packages. You can't even read the names of this. So yeah, this you don't need to know what exactly are these. So in the package.json, the main names of the packages are written, and in the package log.json, the dependencies of the main packages are included. Means like for example, node modules, Babel core require all these dependencies, and yeah, the chain continues and all the required dependencies packages are included in the node modules folder. Yeah, so now what we will do, we will run our React application as it is installed completely. So I will just clear the console and write npm start, which is a command to start the React application.
Rohan, can you zoom little bit your screen?
Yeah, just a minute. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, the React building takes a little time. So it will just compile all the folders and it will give us a website. Just a minute. Yeah, so you will get localhost 3000 website running here. When the React development server will start, you will get the website running here. We need to wait till the server starts. Okay, so as you can see, our React development server is started and now we can start to code things. Okay, so from where this content will be coming. So as you can see, edit src/app.js and save to reload. So as from where we can go to src, there we are able to see the app.js file, and this file is from where the website was getting rendered. So what we can do, we can just remove these headers. This is just a, means what I can say. They are predefined in the Create React app. So we will save the application and yeah, let's see. Yeah, the changes has been undone. Okay, now what we will do, we will start our application. So we will call this application as task. What should we call it? Should we call it as task list or a to-do list?
Yes, that will be better.
Sorry.
Yeah, to-do list will be better, I guess, because we have mentioned
Okay.
in our title as well.
Yeah. So let's see. To-do list. And this will be the outer container of the application in which our to-do list will be there. To-do list will be a component. So actually in React, everything works on component. For creating component, we will create a folder named components. And in that component, I will create one file that will be to-do list.js. You can also use JSX, but yeah, that it means it will not create any difference. Just in place of JavaScript, you will see the JavaScript React here. I will show you. In place of JS, you can also use JSX. Yeah, JavaScript React. That's the only difference. And you can also enable some extensions, but yeah, in JS also you will get that extensions. Yeah, now what we need to do, we need to import to-do list from dot backslash and then components and then to-do list. Okay, we don't need this logo, we will remove this. And we will also delete this logo from here. Yes, delete permanently. We also don't need this setup files, we will delete this. Yeah, from index.js, we need index.js, we need index.css. Actually, what we can do, we can just remove these things and we can use font family, but we will do all that things later. So for CSS styling part, I will just do that in HTML. The font size is 62.5%. So when we use the rem as a unit to style CSS, we get one rem is equal to 10 pixels. Yeah, just that, because that why I did the font size is equal to 62.5%. And now we will start our application. So the to-do list, I will show you what exactly to-do list will consist of. Okay, so basically the to-do list is this whole box, this outer container. And then this is a to-do form and these are to-dos. Okay, yeah, so let's start. We will also create rest two files that are todo.js and todos.js. To-dos means a set of all to-dos, or let's call it a to-do list, and we will do this as to-do forms, which will be used to input the data. Okay, just let me know how many of you know the concept of state in React, because in React, state is one of the most important concept. Okay, I will explain
So yeah,
regarding
guys,
the
you can
state
comment
in
down.
React. Yeah.
Yeah, if you know, you can comment down. Otherwise, Rohan will explain.
Hmm.
I guess no one is commenting means they don't know. So you can go ahead, Rohan.
Yeah, it's okay. I will go ahead. Okay, so now what we will do is that in our app.js, we have called this to-do list. Okay, we will cut this and we will just keep the to-do list to avoid the confusion. Okay, we can keep like this also. So now what we will do, we will start from form because ultimately we need to take the data from the user and add it as a to-do. Okay, in to-do form, what we can do RFC. This is shortcut for creating a functional component, and this will give us the ready-made templates from where we can start. Okay, so in form, what we need to do is that we need to take the input with the help of the input element. So what we will do, we will create a state. For creating state, we need to import the state from the React. So we will add a comma, curly brackets, and we will import use state from the React. And now we will declare the state input. Yeah. So input. So what actually this input will do? This input will update our state. Means if user is typing something in the input box, this will keep the record of that state. Now what we need to do is that we need to handle the change. Okay, first let's do one thing. Let's create the form element so you can get the idea what exactly we are doing. So this is a form element. We don't need the action as we are just using the data. So in the form, we need one input of type text. There is text. Okay, yeah, there is text, and in the text we will. Okay. Okay. In text, we will add a placeholder. Placeholder can be added to do. This will displayed in the input tab, and then we can add the value of this input into the input state, which we have initialized here. As you can see, this is a state. It will be easy to you for recognizing. Let's format document so it will be easier for us. Yeah. So what we can give name, we can give name it as a text, and ID actually we don't need it because we are just having one input element. And what else we will require? We will requiring one button which will add this input. Okay, button submit, and in this submit button we will write add to do. Okay, great. And we will give this button a class so we can handle CSS. We will write to do submit button. or we can just write to do button, that will be also okay. So now what we have to do, when user clicks this button, we need to call one function which will be handle submit. Okay, so now we need to create the function which will be constant handle submit, and here we will get the event. Yeah, in the event, and we are declaring an arrow function. You can also declare a normal function, that is up to you, no problem. So first thing we need to do is that we need to prevent default, because when we submit the form, the whole page is, or the whole page reloads. So we need to prevent that. Okay, so this is the way. Now the page will not load, the data will remain on the website itself. Now see, in the to-do form, we need one prop that will be add task. Okay, means now what we need to do in the to-do list, we need to declare something. Okay, now we will start in the to-do list. Yeah, so we will first declare a state which will be array, which will hold all to-dos. We can use state constant to-dos, to-dos comma set to-dos, and this will be use state, and this will be an array which will be holding all our tasks. And now here we need one add task function, because we are getting data from form and we need to add in this array. So here we will create our add task function, and in that this will be data coming from the form. And now so basically in the data what we will get one text, we will get one ID, and we will also get one thing, which is the task completed or not. So we will get three values, but the mandatory value will be task. So if there is no task, then we can't add anything. So we will write this. Yeah. So this will check if the coming data consists of task or not, and if the task is not coming, then it will not add it. Now what we need to do, we need to add new to do. We can add like this, like we are getting the data which is in form of task, and we are destructing the to-dos array. So yeah, like this. I will tell how exactly this looks in the old pattern. So what we will first do, we will first take all the, just a minute. Yeah, we will first take the data, which will be old tasks, and we will take the all data from the to-dos, and now we will do to-dos dot push, and in that we will push our task and then set our yeah, this will miss, this just single line is equal to these two lines. Yeah, that's it, nothing else. So we will use the new method to use to do, and now what we will do, we will set to do as new to do's. So this will update our state. Okay, now we will pass this function. So what we will do, we will just add the element here. Yeah, so we will get the task form, because we need the add to do method in the task form. We need to import the task form also. Task form from dot backslash to do form. Okay, sorry, to do form was that. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, to do form. And in this to do form, we need to pass the add task method as a props. Okay, and now we will be getting this method here in the task form. So now we need to call that method. First, we need to take the props from here, and here props dot add task. And now we need to call this method, and this method will take a ID from us. The ID can be, okay, let's do a random function. That can be math.floor, and this is just generating a random number because ID must be unique. Yeah, and for example, we wrote 100, or just on safer side, we will write this. So yeah, we need to pass one text that will be our task, which we will be getting from input. And we need to also pass one boolean operator that will be is task complete or not. Okay, we need to give it as false first. And then we need to set our input back to empty string. And one more thing we need to do, we need to handle the change also. Means if someone is typing constantly in the input, that changes should be reflected here. Not just the first letter or the first word should get updated. We are doing same thing, just we are updating the state. Yeah, and this handle change event will be on change of input. Okay, great. We'll add the class name to the input also. What we can give? We can give to input. Okay, yeah, that is good enough to go. So this is our to-do form. Now let's see how our application is looking like. So yeah, this is how it is looking like now. So we can add the to-do and this it will disappear. Okay. Yeah, so now let's look at the next part. Now the to-do form is over. In the to-do list, this part is over. Now what we need to do is that we need to create a to-do list component. Means in this single to-do, we need to render this. So what we will do, we will create a to-do component. Yeah, so in this to-do component, we will create a functional component. And in this functional component also, we need to import, no, we don't need use state here. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to map over the to-dos array and return an task from here. So we just need to return this. Here we need to take to-dos. Then okay, let's complete the functions in the to-do list first. That is, this is a function to add a to-do. Add a to-do to list. Then we need one more function which will remove to-do to list. To-do from list. Okay. And there is one more function which will show that task is completed. Okay. Let's first code the remove one. Okay. So yeah, constant remove to do. Okay, I'm confusing between to do and task. I will keep it this as task here. Constant remove task is equal to we are getting task ID from here, that ID which we given to the task. And from here we need the updated tasks that we can get from. We need to map it. Yeah, first we need to destructure the to-dos, so we'll get all to-dos, and then we need to filter them, and we need to filter that if task we are getting means we are filtering each task if task dot id is not equal to id, means the id which we are getting, then only it will get updated. The id which is equal will not get updated. Okay, now what we can do, we can set to do's as our updated tasks. Okay, and in to do completed, what we need to do, just you remember the is completed boolean value which we gave in to do form, this one, we just need to make this as true in the completed one, so we can manipulate that using css constant mtlit complete task is equal to, we need id here, then what we need to do, we need to check if task.id. Okay, now first we need to map it, means updated task, because we need to change the task is equal to todos.map, and in the map we will get one to do, and we need to check that if todo.id is equal to id which is provided by the parameter, and if it is same, then todo dot is complete is equal to true. Yeah, and after this check we need to return the task, return to, and then we need to set to do as updated tasks. Yeah, that's it. Now we need to call the to do here. Okay. And in this we need to pass all these things, means we need to first pass all the to do's which is an array, then we need to pass the complete task function, then we need to pass remove task function also. Yes, these are all things. And now we need to take this as a props here. We are destructuring the props there, so it's looking, or you can do props dot to do's, props dot complete, you can also do like that. Okay, to do, then complete to do. Let me check spelling mistakes. Complete task, remove task. Okay, I will close the form. Complete task and remove task. Great. So now what we need to do here, we need to take these to-dos, to-dos dot map. We will get single to-do here, and we also get the index of that to-do, means at which index the element is there. Yeah, now we can return the element from here. It is showing us some error. Okay, we need to import something. Let's return once again. Return todos dot map. Let Let me check. Are we giving to dos only? Yeah, we are giving to dos only. Okay.
Rohan, there's one question: how to put not equal sign?
Means I don't get it.
Uh, you can check the
Okay, okay.
comment.
Yeah, got it, got it. This one. Actually, this is one extension. That's why it is coming. So it's actually exclamation mark and triple is equal to. That's it. It's not actually the symbol. It's just extension.
Oh, cool.
I will comment it down here. It's actually like this. It's not happening. Yeah, like this. Yeah. Now so return our to do dot map. In this map, we will be getting one to do and one index. And showing red error. Could not find to do. Do I mean to do's? Okay. I got it. Do an index, then we need one arrow function, and in the arrow function we will be returning one div, and this will be the top div, which will tell our to do is completed or not, and under that we need one other div in which to do text will be there, so we can get to do text like to do dot text, and then one more div will be there in which our icons will be there. Div dot icons. Okay, so now what we will do, we will import our icons. So we will be using a React library to import icons. Or shall we use the Google icons? Let's see. We will bring two icons, or let's use React because that will be more easy. I just don't need to download them. This is a website where you can get all the icons. You just need to do npm install and this React package. So let's close the terminal. Okay, now we will install our React package, which is used for icons. Let me clear the terminal. And the React package is named as React icons. So we can do npm I React and then icons. So this will be giving us access to all icons. We need only two from them, but let's see. Till the package get installed, any doubts?
Yeah, you can tell about Git and GitHub. Like it is required to prerequisite for React.js.
No, actually, Git and GitHub is not required as a prerequisite, but it is good to have knowledge of it.
Okay.
because you need to run all the commands for installing packages and all that things. So having a knowledge of a command line helps.
Yep.
So yeah, any doubts as of now?
I can't see any doubts in the comment section.
Might be they have cleared concepts.
Yeah, exactly. Means you are a good mentor.
Yeah, so let's start with our icon part. So actually we need two icons, one for the complete and one for the means complete in the sense tick mark and the cross mark. So what we will do, we will import the marks from here. Alright, you can get these names. What was that? Closed circle line, yeah. From React icons. And we need tick tag. Oh, sorry, tick 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 from React icons. Yeah. We need these two icons and we will be using that in this div. This is one icon and the other was RI circle. Okay, great. And so what we need to do is that when anyone clicks on this icon, we need to run one function on click. What that function will call our complete task function. We need to provide the task.id here. To do.id. Wait. And when anyone calls this function on click, we need to call one arrow function. And in this function, we need to call remove task function. Here also we need to provide todo.id. Great. Why is this showing error? Expects a return. Okay. We need to return all this. No problem. Okay, now what we will do, to do task is completed and in this div, we need to add the class name. So our class name will be dynamic, means if to do dot is complete is true, then we will add one extra class that will be complete. And the normal class will be task div. Or if it is not complete, means if to do dot is complete is false, then we will just add the class which is task div. Yeah, and now we need to pass a key value, because in map every element should have a unique key value. That's why we are passing index here, and here we also need to pass the key as task.id, because if someone is clicking this, we need to get the id from there. Yeah, let's see how it is working. To do and what more else we need to do. Okay, let's check the React application. Great. Okay, enable to connect. Oh, we don't start our localhost. npm start. Okay, Ashwin is asking, do we have to complete our task as the same as you are explaining? No, that's not necessary. I mean, just you need to have the features, I think.
Yeah, for LOR, you have to do all tasks because LOR means you already know. We are recommending you for So for some better opportunity that you're getting. So you have to do 4 tasks for LOR.
Yeah, so our React application is getting compiled. Do we need to deploy it also? Yeah, let's deploy it on Vercel.
Uh,
That's
yeah,
that's
that will
more
be
easy.
great.
Yeah. Development server is getting started. It is taking so much time. Okay, some errors we have faced. Let's see. Tick tick was not found in React icon. Okay. Might be some spelling mistake from my side. Let's see. We will debug that. Okay, only these two errors are there.
That
No problem. Yeah, only these two errors. No problem then. Hmm, what is the problem here? Okay, we don't included the packages here. Yeah, this is for rounded and this is for ticks. Done. Might be this solve the issue. Yeah, our application is running here. So now let's add task 1, add to do. Let's inspect. Task 1 is happening. Okay, we have not added the to do here. Okay, we need to return here. In place of curly bracket, we just need to use round bracket. That's it. Mm, yeah, round bracket. This will solve our problem. See, as you can see, our task 1 is here. And if you click on this will get completed. We need to add certain classes there. And if we cut this will get removed. Let's check task 1, add to do. Yes, it's getting added. Task 2, add. Yes, it's getting added. And if you remove one will get removed. If we remove two will get removed. Now let's focus on styling part because it's not looking good at all. Yeah, let's keep it aside and focus on styling part. Okay, now what we will do, we will add class for everyone. So as we have added class here, it is a div, and then this is a text to do text. Okay, great. And these are the icons. So I will also add the class here. Class will be like this is a tick, so let's add tick, and this is a cross, so let's add cross. Cross. Okay, great. All these have their own class names. In to-do list, what we need to add? In to-do list, actually no need of class names. In to-do form, we need some. We need to give here class name, to-do form. Then here class name to-do input is already given and to-do button is also given. Okay, great. To-do form is done. And in app.js, we are already having this to-do list container. So let's start from to-do list container only. Let me delete all these things. Yeah, we can start from to-do list container. Now actually the React part is over. We are just adding some styling things. So yeah, display flex, justify content center, align item center. Yes, that's it from app. Now we need to edit to do form. Yeah, so in to do form we are having these forms. So let's add the border so we will know how the element is looking like. We will add the border of 1 pixel, solid black. It's having no padding. So what we will do, we will add this container as a width of 75%. And then also give a border to it. 1 pixel, solid black. Okay, this is the whole container. And one thing we need to do in a body is that we need to arrange the body as a display flex and justify content to center. Align item center. Great. And we don't need this as a flex because okay, we can keep it as a flex and then flex direction to column because we don't need both them in a single line. Let me check which is a to-do container exactly. Okay, this is a form. In the form there are two elements. So what we can do, we can use display flex. Width will be 75%. Yeah, let's give the width in rem then. Let's give 50 rem. Give more than that. 80 will be enough. Yeah, that will be enough. And then 80 rem height is not required as of now. Width to 100%. Yeah, now let's add the font size. Actually, we need to add the font size to do and then input. In 3 rem will be enough. Or 3.5. Great. Then to do form button border 0 pixel solid 0 pixel is good. Then background color white. Then what we can do more here, yeah, we can just give minimum height to this one, which can be 50 rem. Now to do form, we need to give this to container. And we need to justify content to start. Align item to start. Okay. Flex start. Yeah. And we will give margin to this one. Margin top will be 3 rem. And we will give overall margin to this also. That will be 5 rem. Yeah, that is looking quite good now. What we can do more, we can give gap to this so there will be space between button and the form. So yeah, as you can see there is space now. We can add the border of 1 pixel solid black so we will be able to see the button clearly. We will add the border radius which will be 1 rem, and to this also input also border radius will be 1 rem. Yeah, let's remove the border of to do form. Okay, input needs border. Border will be 1 pixel solid black. And then input placeholder must have a little input is to placeholder. We need to reduce the font size by a little bit. We can do it 2 rem. Wait. And we need a margin from left. That can be 3 rem. Padding we can say. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is okay now, I think. Uh, Actually, we can reduce the font size from here also. Let's make it 2 from here and give it a padding of 1 rem and margin of 1 rem. Great. We don't need this one. And in the to do button, what we will do, we will give padding of 1 rem, 1 rem and then 2 rem, 3 rem, 0.5 rem or 0 rem will be also okay. Or let's give overall 3 rem padding. That will be more better. And when we hover over it, we need to do it as cursor pointer and dot to do form button is to hover. We need to change its background color to black and color to white. Okay, so it will look like this. And we need to increase the font weight, which will be 600. And weight 600. We can increase the font size a little bit. That can be 3 rem. And padding reducing a little bit. That can be 1 rem. Font size 2.4. Okay, you can do all these things later also. So let's see how our to-do application is looking now. So what we will do, we will add our task 1. Click add to do. Okay, now we are having one task. So let's see what we are having in the to-dos. What classes we gave to it. We gave it task due. Okay, now task then due. Background color to LS blue. Padding to 1 rem. Display must be flex and justify content will be space between. Align item will be center. And then what we can do, yeah, font size. We have given task text, right? Task text will be of font size 1.5 rem. We have something different. Okay, to do text we have given. To do text will be of font size 1.5 or it can be 2 also. 2.5, let's see. Yeah, it is looking good now. And in the dot icons, we can give font size. Let's see font size or width. Okay, it's font size only. We can keep it as 2.5 cm and can give it as display flex. Gap between them as 3 rem. Okay, great. And this to do due, we will give this as margin of 2 rem. Perfect. And we will increase the padding little bit. Yeah, it's looking good now. And what we will do, we will just change the color of this container. We will make it as background color of sky blue, just random color. And we will change the border of this, border radius to 1 rem, box shadow just 4 rem or 0.5 rem, 0.5 rem and 4 rem. Gray bottom. That will be too much. Let's keep 1 rem. And In place of gray Gaussian, let's use black, and let's reduce the intensity. And that will be okay now. Not this much. This much will be okay. Yeah. What else we can do? We can change the border radius of this also. 1 rem. Great. Yeah. Let's see how it is working. Task 1, task 2. Okay, now one thing we need to do. When we click on this complete, we need to create a complete class dot complete LET, and then text transformation must be, no, sorry, text decoration must be line through, and opacity can be 0.5. Let's check. We click this. Yes, done. Yeah, so one more thing we can do. Background color can be green. Okay, it's looking more nice now. And what we need to do? We need to remove this icon from here. Okay, so if to dot is complete is there, then tick will not be there. If to dot complete is there, then in place of tick we will add hide, or there will be tick. Okay. We need to create one dot hide class which will be of display none. And we need to do this cursor as pointer. Yeah, it's pointing now. Done. Yeah, the icon disappears. Cancel. Let's try task. Let's do final test. Final test, task 1. Add. Okay, great. It's coming and disappearing. Final test, task 2. Let's add it. Let's appear complete test. Yes, it's done. Now what we will do? We will add our changes to GitHub. And for that, we will stage our changes. We will commit our changes created. Okay, before that, one thing we will do. We will, okay, let's commit these changes first. Created a to-do list application. Committed the changes. And in the index file, we will add our app's name here. In the place of React app, we will add to-do list. Website created for to-do list. Yeah, that's it. I will not change the logo and all that things. Okay, now one thing we need to check. We need to check, is our project getting built? npm run build. It's getting built. So what we will do? We will stage our changes. Stage all changes. Commit staged. Created a final app. And we will push that changes to GitHub. Changes. Now we will open our GitHub. Side by side, we will also open our Vercel. Let's close the VS Code. Actually, Vercel is a platform which you can use to deploy your React applications. Yeah, let's log into the Vercel. If you are using first time, you can just log in with the help of GitHub or anything. Okay. Now what? Let's check that. Our to-do list is here. Very great, great. So what we will do? We will create a new project. Then here it shows the import options. So we will import our to-do list project. Deploy. Okay, to-do list already exists. LGM. The animation of Vercel is very nice when the project gets deployed. Okay, let me have a look at comment session. Okay, any doubts so far? The React project will take some time, around 1 minute to get deployed. After the deployment, we will get one link where we can demo our project.
So Rohan, what do you suggest? Like, what is the best way to learn React.js, and what, how much time it will take to learn whole React.js, or is it possible to learn whole React.js?
No, actually, to learn whole React.js is not possible because means actually it's wrong by means what we say that learning a whole programming language. It's not possible. We just need to learn the basic concepts, and strong JavaScript helps to learn React.js. And if you ask about the time, then actually I also don't know how much time will it take because I am also means I am also learning things. And we our React app is deployed. Let's visit our app. And if you ask me resources to learn React.js, then I will say documentation is the best. And
I
if you
think
want,
I've listened from many guys. The documentation
mm,
part is very useful for everything. Like either it's Python, either
yeah,
C, either C++, either it's React.js. For anything, documentation is the best way to learn its basics concept.
yeah, right. Okay, so we got one deployment problem. Let's debug it. We got our domain, but the React application is not visible here. Let's see why it is happening. Okay, we have done this error. Let's see where we have done this. Might be we have imported somehow huge state, and we don't have means we don't need it there. Let's see. To-do list. In which part? To-do list JSON 10 line. To-do list JSON line number 10. Okay. Okay, no, actually it's right. What's problem with that? u.useState is not a function. Let's run it and check it locally. Might be something other problem is there. To-do list JSON 10. u.useState is not a function. Okay, we will debug it, no problem. Let's check have we used u.useState anywhere. Control F. W is there now. You got used. In to do it is not there. In to do list is not there. Let's check in in. No, actually we don't have it here also. Let's see in our local deployment what it says. Might be some problem can be there in index.js because we have deleted some files. Yeah. Let's see what our deployment is. I hope everyone understood the coding part.
Yeah, we have seen that thing like how we can make a to-do list using React.js.
Mhm. Let's see. We will debug and that's it from my side. Anything else will you like to know?
Yeah, they are thanking you for taking the session. It's really great, and they
Yeah,
understood
thank you, thank you.
in the concept. And also from LGM team, we thank you as well for taking out time for sharing your knowledge.
Yeah, and thanks to LGM for providing the opportunity.
That's great. Soon we will have more session with you, Rohan, and hope you will be also helping us to help
Yeah,
other
yeah,
guys
for
who are
sure.
learning, who are starting their career on React.js. That's great.
Okay, in our
So,
localhost we are getting the application very well. Might be
so maybe in
cursor is
deployment
having
some
some problem.
issue. Yeah.
Yeah, let's quickly try on Netlify. Just it will take 1 or 2 minutes. Let's add a new site, import existing project. Then from GitHub we need to connect it. Which platform you use for deployments? Let me know in comment section. Okay, we are having my GitHub account here. Uh, what was our main to-do list? Yeah, this is our project. npm run build deploy site. So this will give us a link for our site. Actually, we can deploy on GitHub also, but we need to upload the build folder, and the React router don't work well with GitHub. That's why. Let's check building logs, what they are saying.
Rohan, we got a question. Is React only for Android?
Actually, yes. See, actually, React is used for developing website, and you can open website on any Android, iOS with the help of browsers. And if you are saying about the cross, means what you say, React Native, then React Native works well on both iOS and Android. But React is not specific to a certain system. It is only for web. We can just make a website with the help of React.js. Okay, it's saying build successful. Let's check. Uh, I don't know what that error is, but let's debug because actually it's working well in our local host. No problem. If
Yeah,
you are
for
getting
that,
the
I
same
guess
problem,
that's
let
it.
me know. I will also let you know after debugging.
Yeah, you can
Is that
contact
okay?
Rohan on his LinkedIn profile. Yeah, Rohan, yeah. It's,
Yeah,
I
so
guess
shall we
most of
stop
them
screen share?
again thanking you. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
So guys,
great.
thank you so much, Rohan, for taking out time and teaching us um, a small project on React.js, that is to-do list. And soon we will having more session with you, and that will be more beneficial for the community and as well as students who are beginning their career using React.js. And thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you to
Yeah, same
everyone
here.
who
Thank
are
you.
watching this live. So thank you everyone. Have a great night.